Yeah, hi. So, as you know, I have three main things I'm really keen about. Graphene, obviously, I work with it all the time. Education, getting people to really learn something and get in there and experiment. And working together. I'm keen on the idea that if we work together as a group, we can do so much more than individuals. And that's what a lot of the channel's actually been about. It's been about showing you things that I've been up to, giving you ideas about how to experiment if you haven't been involved in experimentation before, and really encouraging you to get out there and do it. Now, I know that most of my channel, it hits kind of people my age really, or a little bit younger, so there's 30 to 50 male, that kind of thing. But if you thought that the kids weren't actually interested, you're probably wrong. And I came across, I think he must be 12, American guy. He's working on a graphene supercapacitor and actually made his own supercapacitor. And it's that kind of thing that really is interesting. It's getting the kids involved in stuff, getting them working on ideas and getting them exploring, because kids just explore by nature, it's what they do. So having them explore something that is, I think, valuable is a kind of an issue with me, and something that I think is an idea that we should encourage. Now, in the Western world, that is Canada, America, most of Europe, a lot of the kids play video games. And they tend to be a bit violent, and there's been quite a lot of work done on it, showing the correlation. And it'd be great if we could get the kids to throw away or give up those video games and get more involved in science and working together in order to achieve something positive, rather than just learning how to be good at video games, which is pretty much what we're learning now. I think the average time spent on playing video games is frighteningly huge. If we could get those innovative, investigative, exploration going down the line of something like graphene, then we could do some amazing things. Because people have a problem working out what to use graphene for. I mean, me, mostly I use it for energy storage, as you know. Steve, mostly he works on plastic reinforcements, as you know. But there's so much more that we can do with things. One guy came to me and said, how about we start looking at making clothes into storage devices? And I'm going to meet with him, we're going to chat about it, and he works for a fashion house. But I met another guy, a guy called Eric Lehman. Now, Eric is working on the other side of stuff, not so much the inventive science side, but the social get everything together side, and he's calling it the game changer movement. Now, his idea, or the idea that he's working with, is to get kids to stop playing video games and to start playing games and working together on something that's a bit more focused specifically on graphene. Now, it's been done before. It's been done before with biopolymers to great success. And so focusing it down onto graphene is hopefully going to have the same kind of success. Now, there's a big movement beginning to grow on this, and Eric's running, I think it's a hack day event in Manchester. I'm not quite sure when that date is actually, but I'll put a link to his website, which is dreamcatalyst.org, and I'll put that in the description. So if you want to follow up on what Eric's actually doing and be supportive of him, then click on that link, have a read through the stuff, and see if you want to get involved. Now, of course, anything like this takes money. So Eric is looking for subscriptions, and if you feel like supporting it, then please do subscribe and make a donation to Eric so that he can really move forward on this. Now, I've met Eric, and he's a genuine kind of guy who really wants to get something up and running, and he's done an awful lot of work on it, and basically he's running on fumes at the moment, and that's where a lot of these kind of things go. We think they're a good idea in theory, as long as somebody else is doing them. But getting involved in stuff and doing something is the way we make the changes. Everybody's concerned about what's happening to our kids and whether they're actually going to take the next step to make our future much more positive than it looks at the moment. But very few people are actually getting up there and doing it, and Eric is one of those guys who's getting up there and doing it. Now, we don't all have time to do all this stuff. I understand that. I barely have time. But he did ask me to make a video for him to kind of give some support, and certainly from my side of things, I certainly support what he's trying to do. The guy is trying to make a difference, and that's very hard to do, and I support that. I think that we should be working together, we should be trying to do something positive. And hopefully, if you read through Eric's site and agree with him, you'll help him out too. Anyway, it looks like a really worthwhile thing, and I thought I'd just spend a bit of time talking about it. Thank you very much for watching.